Good morning children, welcome to your English class. Today we are going to start with our chapter, A Tryst with Destiny. By the end of this video, you will be able to express the chapter in your own words, understand the meanings of difficult words and phrases, and will be able to answer all the related questions. Now let's discuss the summary. A Tryst with Destiny is a speech which was delivered by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on 14th August 1947 before the members of the Constituent Assembly on the eve of India's independence. He took office as the first Prime Minister on 15th of August the following day. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru delivered this speech on the occasion of India's independence. In his speech, he mentioned that it was on the midnight between 14th August and 15th August 1947 that India would become independent. It was the time when the people were sleeping, but it was a new beginning for a free India. Nehruji wanted everyone to take the pledge of dedication to serve India and her people for the larger cause of humanity. He added that success that India achieved was because of sticking to the ideals of non-violence and truth, but its failure was its inability to eradicate poverty. He concluded his speech saying that India could achieve her dreams only through labor and hard work. So children, before starting with the reading of the chapter, let's discuss the get set. Identify the great Indian leaders shown in the pictures and match them with the famous quotes. The first one is, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. It is the quote said by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Second, give me blood, I will give you freedom. This is the famous quote by Subhash Chandra Bose. Who lives if India dies? This was spoken by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Next is Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. It is the famous quote by Lal Bahadur Shastri. So children, let's see the pictures and match them. The first picture is of Subhash Chandra Bose. The second picture of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The third one, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and the fourth one is Lal Bahadur Shastri. Now let's start reading. Read and enjoy. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, was one of the greatest leaders of the Indian independence movement. Of the Indian independence movement means Bharatiya Swatantrata Andolan ke. Nehru is regarded as the architect of modern India. Regarded means known as. Architect, a person who designs. He was popularly known as Pandit Nehru, while children know him as Chacha Nehru. The following speech was delivered. Delivered means given by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on 14th August 1947 before the members of the Constituent Assembly on the eve of India's independence. So children, underline on the eve of India's independence and write down Bharatiya Swatantrata ki Purva Sandhya par. He took office as the Prime Minister on 15th August the following day. So children, this speech is very famous. Speech by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Now why it is famous? Because it was spoken on the midnight of, or you can say the night between 14th and 15th of August. It was a sort of wakening words for Indians that now it was time for them to be free, wake up and strive hard. Or you can say, work hard for better India. Now let's read the speech. Now these are the direct words of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny. Tryst means a secret meeting. Destiny, fate. And now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. So, pledge here means a promise. In a full measure, puri tarha se. Substantially, to a great extent. So here, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru says that many years ago, the Indians had made a secret meeting with their fate or luck that they soon would be free. They would once breathe in the free air, and now it was the time for them to fulfill that promise. So, Indians were not going to be free completely, but substantially, means to a very great extent. So children, now why was India not going to be free completely? India was not going to be free completely because there were still so many problems like poverty, illiteracy, superstitions, etc., which were yet to be won over. Now let's continue reading. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history. Rarely means not often. When we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation long suppressed means forcibly put an end to, finds utterance. Utterance means a voice. So children, voice of nation, that is, the voice of India or Indians was suppressed, and now they were getting a chance to voice their feelings. It is fitting that at this solemn moment, solemn means serious, we take the pledge of dedication. Dedication means devotion to the service of India and her people. Underline to the service of India and her people and write down भारत और उसके लोगों की सेवा के लिए and to the still larger cause of humanity. Humanity means human being collectively. So, if one is going to work for India or Indians, then he is definitely going to work for larger cause of humanity, of course. Okay? Now let's continue reading. At the dawn of history, India started on her unending quest. Underline on her unending quest and write down uski संयुक्त खोज पर. Quest is a search. And trackless centuries are filled with her striving. Striving means making great efforts. And the grandeur. Grandeur is splendor of her successes and her failures. Her here means our country, India. Through good and ill fortune alike, she has never lost sight. Sight means power of seeing. Of that quest or forgotten the ideal which gave her strength. So now, he says that India is soon going to be free and Indians who were suppressed for so long are finally going to get time to voice their feelings. He then says that India had been struggling from trackless centuries, means they have been struggling from long ago. Centuries are filled with the successes and failures of India or Indians trying to get the freedom. So, even if the Indians have faced good and bad time, they had never lost sight of their actual dreams. And what was the actual dream of all Indians? It was to be free. Now let's start reading. We end today a period of ill fortune and India discovers herself again. The achievement we celebrate today is but a step, an opening of opportunity. Opportunity means chance. To the greater triumphs and achievements. Triumphs means victories. So underline to the greater triumphs and achievements and write down अधिक से अधिक विजय और उपलब्धियों के लिए that await us. So here children, the door of freedom would be open to us. Several opportunities to make our life better and on whole the entire country better. So here the opportunity is the chance to make the entire country better. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grasp this opportunity? Grasp means to hold and accept the challenge of the future. So children, here he is asking Indians if they were ready for their long-awaited freedom to step into the new world and better their life. So, when was this speech spoken? This speech was spoken on the midnight of 14th and 15th August. Who delivered this speech? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru delivered this speech. What office of Free India did Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru hold? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of Free India. Who were the audience for that speech? The members of the Constituent Assembly were the audience for the speech. Where was the speech delivered? The speech was delivered in the Parliament. What did Jawaharlal Nehru mean when he said, "An age ends"? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru meant that it was the end of the long years of British rule. So children, I hope you have understood this chapter till here. Now, I want you to read the chapter again for better understanding. Thank you.